Namaste, everyone. All right, back again. Using the pendulum as proof of who I talk to is real, which is only Siva. Trust me, it took a long time to figure out who I was talking to with this. It took me about 3 weeks. So anyways, not to go on with this. Today we're going to talk about something that medical science, well, we in medical science are always going to conflict with. And in this place, everything is about truth and getting to it. But there's nothing but lies here. So you have to figure out which is the lie and which is truth. All right? So in this video is everyone is hallucinating. Everybody's hallucinating. Everyone is hallucinating. Okay? There's no such thing as hallucinations. Okay? But there is. In a sense, it's coming from your mind. Okay? So anybody can hallucinate and project imagery from their mind visually, externally, and people see it. Okay, so we're going to talk about why everybody's hallucinating. This place is Maya. It's Maya. It's nothing but illusions. So if you're looking at illusions your whole life, you wake up and look in the mirror and you see this illusion, then what are you doing? You're not living actuality. You're not living in true ultra reality. You're living in a reality that's forcing you to hallucinate. So we're going to talk about this in reference to DMT trips and the acid trips, shroom trips, ayahuasca trips. A lot of people go through this, so we're going to explain this. So listen up, guys. Everyone here is hallucinating. This world is fabricated by your minds. As the constructs as you build to the foundations that you lay into the earth. You need a construct and a foundation to make something stick in here. That means if you erect a home from nothingness to starting a business to starting a family, you got to build a foundation, guys. If you don't build a foundation, you're screwed. You got to find a foundation for everything to make it stick. And this hallucinating experience that everyone is having. All right, so everybody's hallucinating. All right, again, as we explained on past videos, this is the 5th hell. There's 179 hells. As there's 179 hells, there's infinite possibilities for each hell and an infinite amount of realities for each one. For each hell is broken up into segments. And you can see this on the wheel that Mara, or in some cultures, might call it Yama, is holding, but it's Mara. It's holding the wheel of life, the circle of samsara. And each one of these segments is a hell, whether it be the Hungry Ghost world, the Ashura or Demon world, if it be the Jealous God world, or if it be the Nirvana. All these, even Nirvana, is a certain part of a certain hell that people still come back from. Whether they got to teach a teaching here, or they got to spread the truth like Jesus, or Siddhartha Gautama. I hate to use Jesus, Joshua. So anyways, everybody here is hallucinating. Now, everybody wakes up every day and touches physical matter, whether it be this Tibetan bell, whether it be this kila, known as turba, or to the video game controls you hold in your hand. Okay, so we feel it. This is the realm of the 5 senses. It's only 5 senses. To where us, we have more than 5. We have about 20 senses. And it's damn near infinite. But we're very hypersensitive to all surrounding nature and reality. Even in this place and outside. So, in here, this is a black subspace coil you're inside of. This is a gargantuan black hole. Alright? There's plenty of these. And each one of these is a reality that you're stuck inside of. Nobody can get out of. You already know the theory about how a black hole works. You figured it out. It is gravity. Everything has a center point, even in a black hole. And y'all guys are in the middle of one. So everybody's having this experience. Everybody's having this waking state experience of wonder, of comfort, of violence, of love, of hate, torment, perseverance, come-ups, letdowns, you name it. Life is full of ups and downs. To the rich, life is good. To the poor, life is understandably good in a sense because they're more connected with the Lord. They gave up and started detaching from worldly views. So a homeless man that gets trapped in an illusionary, hallucinated world is about, you know what, I'm just going to be a bum. And it's not good to be a bum, but you have to really think about what's going on in here in America as far as homelessness goes. And these guys are breaking the hallucination and just say, you know what, I'm tired of hallucinating. You know what, money don't matter anymore. If I can just panhandle and go someplace and get 3 meals and a cot, I'm good. And in a sense, naturally you are. Now you have to attain enlightenment. So, you know, there's not a bunch of gory sadhus here running around in America. We're not going to go to homeless shelters and teach homeless people how to become enlightened by going to cave systems and meditating. No. But we got to get people to wake up from hallucinating. And everything in here is a hallucination. So, how does it work? Well, this is the illusionary reality of Mars consciousness. You're inside of his navel chakra. Everybody here is. All of life. Grass, trees, animals, people, all life is in this place, inside of his consciousness, creating an illusionary reality for y'all guys to accept as a prison, not just for your mind, but for your spirit, your slate, and the future upcoming and offsprings that you bring into this place. So now you're sinning beyond sinning. You're bringing more life into a place that has to hallucinate. So every day is a walking hallucination. Okay, so we explained in previous videos what this place really looks like. It's all blackness. It's nothing but wireframe three-dimensional constructs. Everything looks like a freaking wireframe three-dimensional world in here because it's a three-dimensional reality. That's nothing but a black canvas. Nothing but black muddiness of samsara. And demons are in it. And they are making sure that they are veiled up so they don't expose themselves to you. So when you're living in a world that always constantly tells you what to do, that always constantly lets you know that you have to go out and attain a resource to be able to sustain, is not what home world, heaven, is about. Okay? Money doesn't exist in heaven. We just make it rain, manifest coins, and show you guys this is nothing. We do this with our minds. What guys are you doing with your minds? Well, you're not doing anything with it. You're just living in an experience. So as this experience that you have in your waking state every day is a walking nightmare. Now, for those that grow up with silver spoons in their mouth and led a good life, good family, kudos to you. You have a purpose. Your parents had a purpose for you. Whether it be divine hierarchy or deep demonic hierarchy. Everybody here has a purpose. Everybody has a book of life in a sense, but it's a tree of life. And everybody here has a book. The demons keep this ledger. And they know your life. They know what your desires are. They know what you like to feed into. And everybody falls for this trick. Okay? So, in this trick, it's about being able to break free and detach from the realm of the 5 senses. Well, when people are hallucinating every day, you just can't tell a person that has a good job to just like, you know what, why don't you give up your good job, go to the jungle and meditate, or go to a cave in the mountains and meditate and find yourself. They're not going to do that. They're stuck in a hallucinatory world that has to get you to fall in the same guidelines as everybody else, which is consuming, consorting, sickness, aging, death, rebirth. It's a constant cycle. It never stops. It has to exist for the machine to work in this place. So everybody is in position, and a superposition. So this place is not as big as you think. Everybody thinks this world globe theory concept that you guys has lied to people about is big, but it's not. It's very small. It's about 2.5 miles big. Your planet is about 2.5 miles fucking big. It's not what you think it is. In your dimensional space, you measure by inches and yards and feet and Then you measure miles and distance, and that's good because that's the way of y'all to be able to put together units of measurements by making a system to where you can document by so many inches per feet per miles. Well, in our reality, from our standpoint, it's about 2.5 miles long. So that we're giants to you guys. But we're not going to talk about us and your size, dimensional space and size. There's just so many realities that have to be this small for us to like be able to be involved with an infinite possibility. So everybody is having an experience, a dream state. This is a dream world. And when I mean this, guys, I mean this is a dream world. So pay attention to your dreams. In a dream world, when they say you can't feel senses, that's a lie. You can actually feel senses in your dreams. But it's not dreams. You're transpositioning to another alternate reality, having an experience in a waking state attached to a consciousness that somebody that's having an experience already. Then they might have an experience of death, and then you come back to your body and you're just like so relieved that you woke up from this supposed dream you had saying, oh man, I was killed, I was falling, I died. Well, that was just another hallucinating experience, guys. And the same thing applies in your reality too. It's just for the time that you documented has to stick in this place because it's about your 24-hour cycle as how you correspond to days. Anything that you document in your memory and in your life has to stick. So they have to push you and move you, or we move you to another reality that has progressed already in time and another hallucination. So everyone here is hallucinating because material matter stays in place. As gods and goddesses, when we come here and descend here and we're in your vessels, everything is stilled in time. Everything's frozen to us. Where an alternate reality where we're from, everything is in constant movement, animation, and vibration and sound. Here, it's not that way. So again, as we explained, silence is not golden at all. When people trip on acid, okay? When people do DMT trips, there's something that demons do to your mind here. And while you guys are super positioned, you guys think you're moving someplace and you're not moving anywhere at all. You're actually in a position. You're just in the demon's world in cave systems, being locked into a position to where demons are doing mind magic to you inside of black magic. Okay? So we had to explain this to this guy when he did a DMT trip. And we had to explain it to him in detail. So people might experience in their trips when they close their eyes, there's a way to get out of here. Not permanently, but temporarily. And that's through tripping on acid, having a near-death experience, or and on acid, I don't mean like running around listening to music with your eyes open. I mean, when you're tripping on acid, go someplace and fucking meditate. Go to a dark room and just sit in it while you're tripping balls. And I guarantee your mind's going to take you out of here. Same with ayahuasca. The same with DMT. And even DMT forces you to close your eyes for a reason. All right? So, acid forces your eyes to stay open, but you need to force them closed. So, what people will see this is one thing that we have to explain to you guys. You're going to see geometry in your trip. We have to explain it to him. So, think of a hypnotizing pinwheel. So, you have this hypnotizing pinwheel that has this circle on it, and it constantly spins. And it hypnotizes you. And it makes you believe whatever they tell you to believe. So you're watching this spinning pinwheel, this hypnosis pinwheel. Okay, so in your DMT trips or in your ayahuasca trips or your acid trips, you're going to see what we had to train him. You're going to see teeth, triangular geometry. Okay? These teeth, it's going to look like psychedelic trips. When y'all guys see this shit, there's always a center. There's always a center eye. And outside of this center eye is nothing but triangular geometry. All right? Not sacred geometry, not divine geometry. Triangular, teeth rotating, buzzsaw, chainsaw look-alike effects. where nothing but teeth go around like this. It's all triangular geometry. Guys, this is demons holding up that pinwheel. Except for that they're in your minds. They're here. And you're in superposition. You're just a sack flesh demon monkey pig entity with the mask off. With your mask on, you look like a human. So in your superposition in this demon's world, not in the reality that you think that you're walking in, you're not moving it at all. And they are chanting mantra, and they're chanting spells, and they're attached to your mind and consciousness eternally. And it's all this kaleidoscope effect. And that's the demonic pinwheel of hallucinating. So everybody here is hallucinating, and everybody sees this demonic pinwheel that is nothing but vibrance and brilliance of colors and teeth, triangular geometry that are rotating in like a saw, a rotary saw sense. This is the best way we can explain it, to let you know that every one of these has a center eye. And that's the demon's mind's eye projecting their mind magic on you to see what you're seeing today. You guys are gods, and they have to harness you guys to be able to create this illusionary world for them to enjoy themselves through you guys. So as we explained before, demons are everybody. Everybody's a fucking demon in here. And it was hard for me as the individuality as Mark Juan, as Siva has been teaching me, as he is channeling through me now in real time. So everybody's under a hypnotic spell of their own minds of delusionary material matter manifestation. Everybody's trapped in it. It's the realm of the senses, where Mars map is the nature that you all reside on, and y'all create another map of your own constructs. So being in the delusional world is what everybody is living in, but nobody doesn't understand compassion here, or enlightenment, or faith, or just knowing that they're in a place that's always bad. See, everybody likes to, and this is why the hippies won't like us. Everybody thinks that this is a good place. You have to make it good, and you have to alienate yourself from people and like go into your own little world in order to get away from the bullshit here. And everybody's involved in politics and in money. And you got to get away from it somehow. You know, it's not hard to get away from when you're doing it in a place that's already struggling, being under the oppression of owing China so much money and leasing the land from England. America already has its problems. Then you're involved in their problems, and you're trying to find a way out of this hallucinating world. And a lot of times people kill themselves. They just get tired of it. Anybody that gets fed up with this place gets tired of it and kills themselves. They cannot handle the hallucination no more. And they have a bad trip. This life is a trip, guys. Literally, it's a trip. And everybody is tripping balls in here. And anytime when y'all guys see something like violence or porn, you guys start tripping balls. And then you feed right into that, and then you just go on a tangent with it. So nobody doesn't understand that they're under some type of control. So when a person like an enlightened guru detaches from and attains Atman, or soul self, or being able to find truth in what you guys wish we'd stop talking about it, because we're going to speak on it. Y'all call it attaching to source consciousness, which is not God. It's the Akashic records. When you start getting out of here and start awakening, then you're not hallucinating anymore. Then what happens to people that becomes enlightened is that they start seeing things in the field. So you'll start seeing jeweled crown goddesses and gods like us. You'll see imagery in the sky. You'll see black shaped orbs manifesting into demons. You'll see mandalas spinning in the air. You'll see rotating sacred geometry, lotus flowers. You'll just see stuff in reality bleed through. That's not hallucinating. That's breaking the code. So when you crack open your pineal gland, you start to crack the code of reality, and you start to break the code of the hallucinated world that they put you in, that you put yourself in, I should say. Not because you put yourself here, but in the bardo, the way it works, we guide you to a certain place, and if you don't follow us, you lead yourself there into your own rebirth. So have fun. If you like being a dog in your past life, we always find a way to get you to be into something else to where you can actually learn something in the next life. So everybody here is hallucinating, and it's called life. It's a hallucination, and it's a trip. And the way to get rid of this trip is to detach from it. And I'm not talking about go kill yourself or go induce death, but you have to meditate no matter what, because it's the only thing that's going to bring peace and state of mind to a world that's always against you. You connect to your higher divine consciousness, and we let you know everything is okay. You ain't got to trip no more balls. To a Tibetan monk, they're not tripping balls anymore. They don't have to. But when the Chinese come and annexes their fucking whole country and make monks have sex with each other in public and destroy them and kill them in the sake of non-religious views, what's going on here? They're living, now the monks are living in a waking state nightmare of oppression through some forms of power or money or another hallucinative understanding that people are feeding into. So everybody here is feeding into the hallucination of sustaining. And you can't fall for this, guys. You have to learn how to detach mentally before you can be able to come back and make a change. If not, you got to do something like Martin Luther King. You got to do something like Malcolm X. You got to do something like Socrates, Plato. You got to do something like Albert Einstein, but not what he did with the atom bomb. He already paid for that. Trust us, we got his ass good about that one. So everybody here is having a hallucinating experience. Everybody's hallucinating, and they're taking the world too real. It's not. None of this, it's all illusion. It's all Maya. So guys, enlightenment is the way out. Having faith is a way out. Making a stamp here, being a freedom fighter, is a way out. Going into business for yourself and keeping faith and praying to us is a way out. We don't want you guys here no more. And this place is about to be destroyed here in 68 years. To this day, as this video, as we approach here in November, that'll roll into the 67th year of the end of this place. We have a job to do, guys. And I'm here for a reason.